The Christmas Truce of 1914. A pause in the madness that almost felt human. Let the cold settle in around you. Let the pace slow, as it did for thousands of men one quiet December evening, over a century ago. It was the first winter of the Great War. The trenches were new, then raw earth, poorly dug, barely reinforced. The war had begun with speed and fire, but by December, it had settled into something more stagnant, something colder, something quieter, at least for a moment. Along sections of the Western Front, particularly in Flanders, British and German troops found themselves in close proximity. In some places, the distance between trenches was no more than a stone's throw. Too close for comfort, and yet just far enough for something unexpected to unfold. The air was bitter, the ground was hard, and it was nearly Christmas Eve. Now imagine yourself in one of those trenches. You're exhausted, numb. Your boots haven't dried in weeks. Your fingers are chapped and stiff, and the sky above is a dull gun. You expect nothing more than the usual distant shots, miserable stew, and the long, anxious wait for dawn. But then, just after dusk, something unusual begins. From the German trench, across no man's land, a sound carries on the wind, singing Christmas trees, crudely decorated, rise above the trench edge. Someone dares to peek over. Not loud, not boastful, a gentle chorus. Still not, Hallig not. Silent night, holy night. You exchange glances. No man's land becomes, for one night, every man's land. Some chuckle softly. One or two hum along, almost and then without really thinking, someone in your trench responds. The tune is familiar. They swap buttons and cigarettes. They show each other photos of sweethearts and mothers. Some share food, chocolate, sausages, tinned meat. Whether it happened formally or just as a few joyful kicks between boots, it doesn't matter. A few even exchange addresses. The words different, but the meaning somehow the same. You and your mates pause. Before long, candles appear on the German parapet, tiny flickers in the dark. And then, the most unthinkable thing of all happens. And how long they'd remain in it. In fact, they would later work hard to prevent it from happening again. A man climbs out, standing tall in the open, a German soldier, waving one hand, his other held high, no gun. Others found it too painful to remember. The contrast is sharp. No helmet, gesture. In some areas, soldiers were punished for laying down arms. Even briefly, and soon, the war returned to its familiar rhythm of fear, silence, and shells. Caution and courage mingled. Unarmed, he is not shot. Slowly, hesitantly, others follow. British and German soldiers meeting in the middle. They shake hands. There are stories of a football match, though history remains unclear on the details. What matters is that, for the briefest of moments, the war stopped itself. And no one ordered it. The officers didn't plan it. High command didn't approve it. But for that night, Christmas Eve, 1914 men on both sides remembered what it was to be human first and soldier second. They buried their They sang songs together. They stood under the same stars, on the same frozen earth, and wondered how they had come to this place.